Hello. It's a great day down here in Australia. Cockatoos are screaming for food and our country is flooding. Swell. Now, if you're like me, you don't like your current state of sanity. It's too sane. Let's ruin it. Now, I'm a bit insane, and I wanted to make a game in 3 days. And I had no clue where to start. And I thought to myself, well, this is frustrating. Then it hit me. A frustrating game. Call me mad, but I think this is genius. So I went off to make the hardest game I could possibly make. I was thinking something like a big tower where you climb upwards heading into new levels with no checkpoints. I think this is a good idea because it fits the theme of difficult. No checkpoints on a big tower that goes upwards, so if you fall down, well then, oh well, your fault, just get good. I opened up Unreal Engine and started a new project, whipped out some placeholder art, and then first got working on the movement. The movement is simple, it just gets the input values, -1 to +1. -1 is when A is pressed, left, 1 is when D is pressed, right. If +1, then move the player at a velocity along X. Simple, usual game movement logic. Then the jumping is where it got weird. The way the jumping works is on input jump, check on wall. If on wall, launch in opposite direction. If not on wall, check jump state. Is double jump false? Then set double jump to true. If double jump true, then set can jump to false. Now with the movement done, it's on to the artwork. For the art style, I wanted just simple pixel art, so I loaded up a sprite and set my 2 brain cells to work. And this is what I ended up with. The player is just a goofy little guy, nothing special about him. Let's name him Harold. And for the world tile set, I ended up making 8 areas. Start, mushroomy area thing, stone place, ice, orange, dirt, better dirt, and grass. I'm pretty happy with these levels, so now I have to set up the sprites. Setting up all the sprites was pretty easy. Replace the placeholder world sprites and bam, world has texture. The player was a little bit weirder and I ran into some problems as you can see here. But luckily I got it fixed. But there's a couple stuff with the game that's just not right. Sound. So I cracked open good old SFXR, an old retro audio generator, very nice software, and I made some sounds for the game. Jumping, wall jumping, landing hard, and footsteps. They were really easy to add into the game because of the way I handle the play's animations, so that didn't take me very long. Now with the sounds, it still doesn't seem quite nice to look at it. In terms of graphics, it was really easy to set up and look nice. First for effects, cool explosion when the player hits the ground hard. Bam, looks nice I reckon. Second, post-processing. Cool effects for this is chromatic aberration, the best effect of course. Now, I came up with an awesome idea, the best idea anyone has ever thought of. I stacked the world like 10 times, and my god, does it look cool. Just look at this, 3D pixel art, basically voxel at this point. Not really, but that's a topic for another day. Now, I'm pretty happy with these graphics, so far. So the next thing to do is... Now, if you're a game dev, then you know level design is a pain in the ass. Absolute horror, that is for sure. And now I have to do this 7 times. I really don't want to, but I need to get this game done. Finished by Sunday. Otherwise, the name of the video will be I make a game in 4 days. 4 just doesn't sound nice. So I must stick to the 3-day rule. So I spent hours making these levels, but what felt like centuries was finally over. I had finished the levels. Now, let's test it and see if it's playable. Yeah, the levels are completely impossible. Fuck. Okay, so I found where each of the spots were completely impossible and fixed them up. Doing so, it created new ways each of the stage can be beaten, which is incredible. So now there is no one way to beat the level. Well, some of them require specific movements, but with the right velocity, you can change the way it is done. I completely love this because people could be like, oh, I did this and that and this to get here, and someone could come along and be like, you're so stupid, you could have just done this. Some of the things I want this game to be good at is for speedrunners. I want people to beat this game as fast as possible. So I added a timer up in the corner that starts as soon as you press a button. And once you're out of the, what do you call this, cave, dungeon, once you're out of the hole, the timer immediately stops and a sign is there to congratulate you. Another thing is a tutorial. Like, yes, you can play this game with no tutorial and just figure everything out as you go, but that just isn't nice. So I made a crappy sign system and then finished up on the guide. The game is coming to an end now, and I really love the way it's turning out. So for the last steps was just polishing it up, making it a bit cleaner, and making sure it all runs well, which it does. And well, this concludes the video. If you want to play my game, link to the download is in the description. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and possibly subscribe, and I'll see you later.